Every morning, millions of people over the age of 40 wake up and unknowingly put stress on their heart. They don't feel pain, they don't feel symptoms, and they assume everything is fine. But inside the body, something very different is happening. This single morning habit, something most people consider harmless, quietly increases blood pressure, thickens the blood, and forces the heart to work harder than it should. Not once, not occasionally, every single day. And the most dangerous part is this. By the time warning signs appear, damage has already been done. Heart disease doesn't begin with chest pain. It doesn't begin with a heart attack. It begins silently in the hours just after you wake up. If you are over 40, if you drink coffee first thing in the morning, if you skip water when you wake up, this video could change the course of your health. Because what you do in the first 30 minutes after waking determines how hard your heart has to work for the rest of the day. Stay with me. What you're about to learn is simple, overlooked, and backed by medical science, yet almost never explained clearly. Think about your morning routine. The alarm goes off. You feel stiff, a little tired, maybe groggy. You stand up, head slightly heavy, body still waking up. Your first instinct is not water, it's coffee. Maybe you head straight to the kitchen. Maybe you check your phone. Maybe you rush out the door. Most people do, and that's exactly why this habit is so dangerous. After 40, your body does not recover overnight the way it used to. Your blood volume drops slightly during sleep. Your hydration levels fall. Your circulation slows. Yet we ignore all of this and immediately stimulate the heart. Caffeine, stress hormones, mental urgency. From the heart's perspective, it's like starting a car engine in freezing weather and flooring the accelerator. You don't feel the strain, but it's happening. And when this repeats day after day, year after year, it creates a slow burn problem that doctors usually only see once it becomes serious. Medical research has shown that the heart is most vulnerable in the morning. Blood pressure naturally rises after waking. Stress hormones peak. Blood becomes thicker due to overnight dehydration. This is why heart attacks are statistically more common in the morning hours. But here's what almost no one explains. When you wake up dehydrated and immediately stimulate your nervous system, your heart must pump thicker blood through narrower vessels. That increases resistance. That raises blood pressure. That forces the heart muscle to work harder than necessary. Once or twice doesn't matter. But repeating this daily for years changes the structure of blood vessels. It accelerates arterial stiffness. It contributes to plaque formation. It increases long-term cardiovascular risk. This is not theory. This is physiology, and it becomes significantly more relevant after 40. The heart is incredibly resilient. It compensates quietly. When blood is thicker, it pumps harder. When vessels are tight, it increases pressure. When hydration is low, it adapts. But compensation has a cost. Over time, the heart muscle thickens. Blood pressure creeps upward. The inner lining of blood vessels becomes irritated. This does not cause immediate pain. Instead, it creates a slow, invisible decline. This is why many people are shocked when they're told they have high blood pressure or heart disease. They felt fine. The damage wasn't dramatic. It was routine. And the morning habit that drives this process is shockingly simple. Skipping water before caffeine. After 40, several changes occur simultaneously. Total body water decreases. Kidney efficiency slightly declines. Blood vessels lose elasticity. This means dehydration hits harder and lasts longer. What a 25-year-old recovers from quickly, a 45-year-old does not. Morning dehydration becomes more pronounced. Blood pressure spikes become more intense. The heart works harder for longer. And yet, the habit remains the same. Coffee, stress, no water. This is why heart risk increases so sharply in midlife, not because people suddenly become unhealthy, but because small daily stresses finally add up. Coffee itself is not the enemy. In fact, moderate coffee consumption has benefits. The problem is timing. Caffeine constricts blood vessels slightly. It increases heart rate. It stimulates cortisol release. When taken on an empty, dehydrated system, its effects are amplified. This is why some people feel jittery, anxious, or experience heart palpitations after morning coffee. The body wasn't ready. Doctors often see patients who did everything right. They exercised. They ate reasonably well. They never smoked, yet their blood pressure is high. Their arteries show early damage. When doctors dig deeper, patterns emerge. Years of dehydration, years of morning stress, years of cardiovascular strain that never felt serious. Heart disease doesn't come from one bad decision. It comes from uncorrected routines. The solution is not medication. It is not extreme lifestyle change. It is one glass of water. Before coffee, before stress, before your day begins. Drinking water upon waking restores blood volume. It reduces viscosity. It lowers the strain placed on the heart. This single step makes caffeine gentler. It stabilizes blood pressure. It supports vascular health. Simple does not mean insignificant. 12 to 16 ounces. That is roughly one standard glass. Room temperature, not ice cold. Cold water forces the body to expend energy to warm it. That mild stress response can trigger stomach discomfort and slow digestion in the early morning. Not excessive. More is not better. Drinking too much water at once can dilute electrolytes and place unnecessary strain on the kidneys. Hydration is a signal, not a flood. This amount is enough to rehydrate the blood after sleep, enough to improve circulation, enough to support kidney filtration, enough to gently lower the morning cortisol spike. It hydrates without shocking the system. Then wait 10 to 15 minutes. This pause allows the water to leave the stomach and enter the bloodstream. Blood volume stabilizes, heart rate settles. The nervous system shifts out of emergency mode. Only then should coffee come in. At that point, caffeine works with your physiology, not against it. Alertness improves, jitters reduce, energy feels steady instead of sharp. The order matters. Water first, then coffee. This small timing shift is why some people feel calmer, more focused, and less drained without changing anything else in their routine. Not a hack, not a trend, just how the body is designed to function. Light movement, nothing intense, a short walk, gentle stretching, slow, deliberate motion. Movement signals circulation. It tells the heart to pump efficiently and the blood to flow smoothly after hours of stillness. Deep breathing, not forced, not rapid. Slow nasal breaths activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's calming pathway. Heart rate begins to normalize. Oxygen delivery improves. Stress hormones decline. Calm pacing, no rushing, no scrolling, no immediate problem solving. When the morning starts in a controlled rhythm, the nervous system stays regulated longer throughout the day. These actions amplify the benefits of hydration. Water restores volume. Movement distributes it. Breathing helps the cells use it efficiently. Together, they create a physiological reset. Even 5 minutes matters. Studies show that brief periods of light activity and controlled breathing can measurably improve blood pressure, focus, and stress resilience. This is not exercise. It is preparation. A small window where the body transitions from sleep to performance without shock. No supplements, no medication, no extreme routines, just alignment with how human physiology works. I don't feel dehydrated. That's not enough to matter. I've done this for years. These thoughts are common, and they are misleading. Dehydration does not begin with thirst. Thirst is a late signal, not an early one. Medical research shows that the body can already be mildly dehydrated, while thirst remains absent. At that stage, blood volume is reduced. Circulation becomes less efficient. The brain compensates by increasing stress hormones. That's not enough to matter. Small physiological signals compound over time. A slight increase in cortisol each morning, a subtle rise in heart rate, a gradual strain on the kidneys. Individually, they feel insignificant. Collectively, they shape energy levels, focus, and long-term health. I've done this for years. The body adapts, but adaptation is not optimization. Many chronic issues develop silently. High blood pressure, persistent fatigue, brain fog, digestive discomfort. They do not announce themselves, they normalize. The absence of symptoms is not proof of absence of strain. This is why small corrections matter more than dramatic interventions, because they address the signal before the damage accumulates. These beliefs are understandable, but physiology does not negotiate with habit. The body responds to inputs, not intentions. And when those inputs change, even slightly, the response changes with them. Lower blood pressure, better energy, less cardiovascular strain. Small habits shape big outcomes. Doctors treat disease. They rarely teach daily prevention. This is not neglect, it's system design. You wake up dehydrated, you stimulate your heart. You repeat this daily. One glass of water changes everything. Protecting your heart doesn't require fear. It requires awareness and small, consistent actions. If you want to protect your heart as you age, subscribe. This channel exists to explain what most people are never told until it's too late.